The union just said the quiet part out loud.
If Maryland could establish rules that SGOs only are in place to support public school students, is that a program that we would move forward with? And that seems to be a conversation worth having.
You see, there's a new tax credit available for Marylanders that can lower your taxes and help your child's education. Under federal law, every child qualifies. Public school, private school, it doesn't matter. But the union only wants public school students to get it. So why?
Public schools are like the bedrock of our democracy. They open the doors, they take all comers, and they try to provide them with a free and appropriate public education.
I went to private school for high school. So did a lot of people in this room. I reject the assumption that where you went to school somehow changes whether you're a bedrock to democracy.
Bedrock of democracy. That sounds powerful, but it's misleading. America didn't become a democracy because of public schools. It became a democracy because families had freedom, including the freedom to choose how their children are educated. So if that's not the real issue, what is?
Why is it that a family who sends their kids to private school is somehow detracting from the public schools of Maryland?
Because it's taking away from public school enrollment, which is the primary driver in terms of how state funding operates.
Yep.
And the majority of Maryland students go to public schools. You're taking away the opportunity, the learning, and also the economic mobility for the majority of your constituents in your state.
So it is about the money.
Let's break that down. Does this reduce Maryland school funding? No, not by $1. It's a federal tax credit. It doesn't touch state funding. So what's left? The argument that opportunity only exists inside public schools, but families already know that's not true. So if it's not funding, if it's not upward mobility, what is it? Control. They fear parents having the power to leave.
And because we have seen that when you start these voucher programs and you start these kind of universal programs or broad-based programs, they get out of control. There's no way to stop their growth.
She calls it a voucher, but this isn't the government writing checks to private schools. It's a federal tax credit that encourages donations to scholarship organizations that can help students in both public and private schools. We'll break down exactly how that works in the next video. But she's right to say that when families get more options, they like using them. That shouldn't be surprising. Growth isn't a problem. It's democratic feedback that the program is working. You might even say that providing parents with more choices is the bedrock of democracy. Which brings us to the real question.
What it comes down to is, I think what you guys would like to do is eliminate private schools so that all the kids went to the public schools.
No one is here advocating for that. The advocacy, honestly, Delegate, the advocacy through...
No school has a right to your child. If families have to be stopped from leaving public schools, that means public schools can't compete. Strong schools keep families by delivering results, not by limiting their choices. Marylanders, we have to decide. Should Maryland stop a tax credit that can help your child? Tell us what you think in the comments. In the next video, we'll explain exactly how this program lowers your taxes and how your children can benefit. That breakdown is coming next, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it.